Hi Virgo, welcome to your general reading for November 2018. Sorry it's taken me so long to get them up. I've had a bit of a rough week, including falling down a set of stairs. So, that's what happens. Smashed my phone, all that. Anyway, back to your reading. When I was shuffling the cards off camera, what came through for me in particular was there's you're being inspired around something. There's something that you want to do, and I feel that it's something you've been feeling you've wanted to do, or you have tried to do it before, but it was not the right time to do it. And in your mind, you failed, or it didn't work, or it wouldn't work in the way that you had it all planned at the time. Now, what's come through for you is there's going to be an opportunity for you to act on that inspiration again. Okay? Now, when this happened the first couple of times, I feel like this is something that you may have tried again and again in slightly different iterations. But you responded, you reacted the same way. So karmically, you built up a connection to the law of cause and effect that became so real for you that you didn't believe you could do it differently. Now, here's what's going to happen this month and probably through December as well, halfway through December, they're saying. Thanks, guys. They're just giving me some timing around that so that you would know what to expect. Let me know in the comments how this goes, though. You are going to be given the opportunity to bring that inspiration forward again. Okay? Now, karma, for all intents and purposes, no longer exists. Right? It was a word that was developed so that humans who were given free will could put a word that would explain their emotional attachment to the law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect is still in play, right? So what you need to do is forget about karma, forget about what happened before. When this time comes around for you to act on this inspiration that you have had before, or this deep wish, this deep dream that you have already created, this deep desire that you have already sent out into the ethers and created, it's waiting for you. All right, you know how it can be successful. It's going to come around again. There's going to be an opportunity for you to be able to put the idea out there again, but the law of cause and effect, not karma, the law of cause and effect is giving you an opportunity to do things differently. Okay? So think outside the box and put your ideas together in a different way so that it can be more, so that people will understand where you're coming from more. Because it could be that what you tried to put out before could have been so... I feel like it had something to do with spirituality. I could be wrong. I could be way off track. But I feel like for some of you it had to do with spirituality, and your knowledge was so out there that people thought you're a bit bonkers. Now is the time for you to put it out there, but you need to do it in a way that people will get it, that people will receive it, and people will be in a place to listen to what you have to say. Okay? Now, if it's not related to spirituality, it's just an idea or a project, still the energy remains the same. Do what you need to do, but be innovative about it. Think differently, because what you did before obviously didn't work. Okay? This has nothing to do with karma. All right? It has to do with the core law of cause and effect, and the opportunity. You're being given an opportunity to show that you have learned from experience, to show the universe, that you have learned from experience and you're ready to have faith in yourself and the divine plan with your inspiration again. Okay, so that was the big message that came through. Now, for some of you, I do actually feel that you're going overseas, in particular to study. This is a wonderful opportunity for you. And if that's you, congratulations. It's going to inspire you. It is going to help you think outside the box because, you know, different countries do things different ways. And also, some of you are relocating just because you want to be free, just because it's time for you to have time for you. So you might be an empty nester who's decided to join, you know, a group of people who travel around the country, and that's what you want to do for the next 6 months. Go for it. Congratulations. You know, you've absolutely got, that's definitely a good thing for you to do this month or over the next couple of months. Now, for those of you who are going overseas to study, I do believe I feel like there's the promise of employment attached to that. Or if there isn't, it's possible that as you are observed over there, you will find work over there. Okay, wherever it is you are in the world. So congratulations, well done. And I feel like that's going to happen quite quickly over the next couple of months. It's going to be a bit of a whirlwind for you, but you're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Now, there's a lot of study for you. For those of you that resonate with going overseas for study and for work, there will be a lot of material for you to read up on and for you to get to learn, obviously, but you'll move through it with flying colours. You absolutely will. Now, there are some of you who are getting over an emotional loss. I do feel like for most of you, it's an interpersonal relationship. Okay, so a relationship that where it could just be a very good friend. It could be a former partner, but you're getting over that, trying to get over that loss. Universe is saying it's time to move on. It's time for you. You've held on long enough. It's time for you to, I feel like that person might, if they're still here on this plane, if you didn't suffer a loss where that person graduated to spirit and they're still around, I feel like it's possible that you might run into this person again. Now, again, not karma, law of cause and effect. Your opportunity to handle things differently. It didn't work out the first time, caused you massive heartache and pain, okay? And you're still suffering from it, all right? Don't let them come in now. You need to trust your intuition on this. Don't let them come in, and they might have a different face on. They might be saying all the right things, but they're not showing you their whole self, okay? They're only showing you what they feel you want to see, all right? They might be saying, oh, but I've changed. Yeah, they haven't. They haven't, I'm sorry to say. All right, so it's time for you to let go of all that emotional baggage. Let it go. Let them go. As hard as that is, I know how hard that is. I've had to do that. Let go of all that emotional baggage so that something wonderful that you deserve, that you've already dreamt about, that you've already created just by thinking of it. All right, it's already created. You think, you create. Your thoughts create. Can come to you now because there's all that space there to be filled up. Okay? All right, now to your cards. Let's see what's going on. Right, I'm using the Energy Oracle cards first. There you go. Now, I did shuffle them off camera, okay, and ask them for their messages. Oh, lovely. Gosh. They're dropping very quickly for you, so there's, you know, some really wonderful messages coming. Yep, there's that envy card. Knew that would be there. All right, what's next? Let's clarify with the... I'll show you what we got first. So we've got happy family. Okay? Now that's a stability card. You've also got the rainbow card. It's very reminiscent of the Four Wands card in the traditional tarot, isn't it? So this tells me that that you're enjoying time with your family, or that you're wishing for a happy family, and you're certainly not going to get it from this person who, for those of you who resonate with this person coming back from your life. Okay, some of you are experiencing this because you've worked hard for it. And if some of you are at that point in life where you're retiring, you get to enjoy your family now. You get to enjoy the fun of reclaiming back your time and using that to spend time with your family. Okay, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, all that kind of stuff. So that's good. And you get to enjoy the benefits of your labour. Cornucopia. Okay, you've saved it, you've saved up, you've saved up, you've saved up. Now also this is on an 11 card. So 11 is a master vibration, and it's also a gateway. It's very transformative. It's also very reminiscent of a doorway. So there may be a couple of doorways for you to step through, a couple of gateways for you to step through, but all going well with the solid foundation that you've built, where you can now enjoy time with your family. All should be good. All right. Now, the third card that dropped out was envy. Okay, now you see, this person here, if she would just turn around, she'd see the light, but she chooses to hide in the shadow. Now, this person could be somebody around you who is envious of what you have. It could be a family member, okay? Could be envious of your happy family. Could be envious that you have worked hard and now you're reaping your rewards, okay? And they're in the shadows, and they're going to stay in the shadows until you call them out, okay? Or until they decide to show themselves. All right, now I'm going to ask for clarification on that card, because I think it's really important that we figure out what that's about. I mean, it could just be a simple fact that if you are retiring, or if you are if you have been given the opportunity to travel overseas for work, it could just be that there's somebody who's talking about you behind your back in the office. But don't worry about it. You're well on your way. You're free of all that. Don't even give them a second thought. Okay, that's on them, not you. Okay, that is on them, not you. And the law of cause and effect is going to come back and kick them in the butt. Okay? Not karma. The law of cause and effect. All right. Just going to clarify with this card. All right, the Fire Prince. Yeah. The Eyes of Beauty. And Gaia's Garden. Gaia's Garden is all about reaping what you sow, and it's come underneath, it's clarified the envy card. So remember how I said the law of cause and effect is going to come back and kick them in the butt? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So that's not on you, that's on them. Okay, I'll pick up the cards though together so that you can see what's been clarified. So Happy Family has been clarified by the Fire Prince. Now, the Fire Prince talks about optimism, but he also talks about aggression. Okay, I'm just trying to get you a clear picture. Oh, that's better, that's brighter. All right, now whenever I see fire in a card, I automatically think about transformation. Okay, now with regards to the Happy Family, this is a big change for you. Okay, you haven't had time because you've been busy building this cornucopia. Okay, you've been busy. It's going to take you some time to get used to. So don't feel bad if at first you feel you need some time alone to get used to not having that same rigmarole with your job, sitting down, making sure everything's right, checking emails, making phone calls, checking in with the boss, having the team meeting, blah, 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 blah. Okay, just don't get upset at yourself if sometimes you feel a bit antsy. Okay, I know what that's like. I'm still going through it a little bit, but that's just a signal to me to remember that my children, there was a time where they didn't see me for a long time. It was just mornings before I left, and sometimes not even then because they were still asleep. And it was afternoons when I came home, and sometimes I cooked them dinner, so we had half an hour together, and then it was bedtime. Okay, so when I started being home full time, they were like, "Oh my God, Mummy's here!" All right, so I feel like for some of you, that's going to be happening. Just let yourself settle in slowly. Don't take it out on anybody. If you need to, take out a gym membership or whatever, do that. Just for those days where you're feeling a little extra amped up. Okay, but your family love having you home, okay? If that resonates for you, your family love having you home, okay? And I know for most of you, you will get used to having that happy family feelings, okay? All right, now this cornucopia, okay, card, it came down with a reversed, the eyes of beauty, all right? The eyes of beauty. Now, the eyes of beauty talks about positive expectations and clarity. So if you're going to be making investment decisions with all that you've put away, with the nest egg that you've earned, with if you're going to rely on perhaps your reputation that you've built. So this doesn't always have to be material wealth. If you're going to rely on the contacts that you've made through the work that you've done, this came up as a reversal, which means it's a bit of an obstacle for you. So it's rather than calling it an obstacle, it's just a lesson to be learned. So this is about making sure that you hold on to positive expectations around anything that you want to do with what you have created. Okay? Hold positive expectations, because that will give you clarity around the people you need to talk to, how you need to talk to them, and what you need to do to make sure that this remains and maybe even grows. Okay? So that's all. You just need to think about it a little differently. That's all. Don't doubt yourself, because you've worked hard for this. Don't doubt yourself. You're not going to lose it. You're not going to lose it. All right? Just keep a positive mindset. Okay? Keep a positive mindset. All right. Now, I love that this card came out. All right. So remember we had that envy card? Okay. And Gaia's garden came out, and she's all about fruition, abundance, and reaping what you sow. Now, reaping what you sow is what are the first words that I noticed on here. So this envious person here, they are going to reap what they sow. Eventually, people are going to stop listening to them whining. They're going to say, you know what, we've heard it before. We know how you feel. Just do what you need to do and move on. We don't need to hear it anymore. So that's going to be a lesson for them to learn. And again, that's not on them, that is on you. Okay? Not on them, on you. You get to go overseas, and you get to be part of a company or a corporation or whatever to learn new stuff and hopefully get a job out of it. Okay? So that's great. All right. So now listen, guys, I'm going to wrap up the reading with Activate Your Light oracle cards. Just one, please. Just one. Okay, no, two, they said. I love it when I try to dictate the reading and they're like, so much. All right, Virgo. To finish your reading, the two cards that came out was the Age of Light and Transformation. Okay, now that's what we've been talking about all this time. Okay, the Age of Light, you've been training for all of this. So, for those of you who are experiencing a particular change at a stage of life, and you're doing things differently now, or you're doing different things now, for example, going overseas to study and all that kind of stuff, you have been training for this for lifetimes. Okay, this is the result of lifetimes worth of knowledge coming to fruition. So that's really exciting. So don't look back, go for it, put in your best efforts, because it will reap your rewards. Remember this cornucopia here? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. All right, and the transformation card, she's just gorgeous. I love her. Things are changing at a cellular level, so there's lots of deep healing going on for you. Now, for those of you where I talked about, you needed a clean sweep in the original message, and you needed to let it go, your celestial body is healing, all right, and that you are going to feel that on the physical. You may experience aches and pains. It might be completely painless, but quite often, because when we experience healing from the etheric levels, because our little 3D bodies sometimes can't handle that amount of energy, or there's a lot that we've been holding on to, sometimes it can feel like, sore knees, sore joints, the flu, ringing in the ears, headaches, all that kind of stuff. Just know that you are being healed, okay? You're going through transformation because your divine team, which is a higher aspect of yourself, your oversoul, and the creator, creatrix, God, goddess, they're looking out for you, and they know that you need to go through this transformation to let go of that emotional baggage that you've been holding on to, all right? They're helping you with this clean sweep, all right? So please, I'd love to hear some comments around that. I'd love to hear comments around all of it. It seems like for Virgo this month, it's going to be a very big month. Going up to the end of the year, I feel that some of you are going to experience some of this coming into the end of the year in December as well. So don't be surprised if your December reading is quite similar to the one that we've just had. But we'll see, won't we? So that's your reading, Virgo. I do hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Let your friends know, share your channel with your friends. I'd really love to have some more subscribers. When I get to 1,000, I'm planning something special. So if you could spread the word, that'd be great. And also, please leave your comments. I love reading them. I love connecting with you this way. Thank you so much, my Virgo friends, and I'll see you in December. Okay, bye-bye. Namaste.